Ropp Star Gang, what up? Oh my gosh, thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. But this damn free agency doesn't stop, man. Right now, at least free agency doesn't stop. Um it might not stop until we get to even till after draft, it won't stop. But the Carolina Panthers have just made another move. If you don't know, now you know. I'm not too sure how I feel about it, honestly. I mean, I'm looking at this guy's PFF grading. It's pretty bad. Um, so apparently the reports, Ian Rappaport comes out and says the Panthers are adding a pass rusher again, signed former edge rusher Kayvon Lavon Chason, a 1 year, $5 million max deal. He was a former first round pick out of LSU. Yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about this. I mean, I'm looking at this guy's PFF gradings throughout the years. I mean, this guy's a former first round pick by the Jacksonville Jaguars. They picked him up from LSU, 2020 draft class, 6'3", 245. Based off his NFL draft profile, he didn't really have a good season until his senior year. Well, his freshman year, he had a good season at LSU. His 2018 season looked like it was cut short. Yeah, it was cut short. 2019 had a good season. And based off my understanding, it says that is a classic case of tools versus production, and all the skills are there for him to dominate as a pass rusher. Why hasn't he? They actually predicted him to be a second round pick, and he's went in the first round. Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Tyrese, thank you once again. Oh, such let him troll, man. It's all good. He's a Bears fan. He hasn't seen the day. We're the new Chicago Bears anyways, guys. We're the new Cleveland Browns, the new Chicago Bears, the new Detroit Lions, the new New York Jets, a team that's just in absolute disarray. Let Eshan have his time, man. He's thinking he's going to win the Super Bowl this coming year. If he does, Eshan, just remember when I tell you this, and who told you this, you draft Caleb Williams, it will be the biggest mistake of Chicago Bears history. Watch. I truly believe that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, oh man, I hope I'm right. Marcos gave him a cookie. That's nice. That's very nice of you. Oh man. Yeah, so this guy's, I mean, we're talking about his first year here. I mean, I would say Caleb Williams is probably better than Bryce Young. I can admit to that, but I just still don't think he's going to be worth the first overall pick. Just like listen, Eshan, I didn't want Bryce Young here, but he's stuck with us now. We invested in him. I want him to obviously pan out, but again, it is what it is. I do think Caleb's is definitely a better quarterback than Bryce Young for sure. I do like I think his intangibles are definitely better for sure. But the issue I have with Caleb is, number one, wearing a dress, and number two, for some reason can't beat top 25 teams. He has one of the worst records in college football history as a prospect against top 25 teams. So, which means he can't step up in the big games. We had the best situation. A number one pick has walked into. Thanks to y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, wearing a dress. Hey, I mean, that's the name of the game, man. It happens to organizations all the time. I'm not homophobic. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying he wears a dress. It's kind of weird. Wouldn't necessarily say I'm homophobic. I'm just saying it's kind of weird. That's all. That's all. A year one deal, not married to him, perform or go away. Yeah, I mean, again, this guy, I don't know if it's what's up, Pen? I don't know if they decided to go with this guy because was Jadeveon Clowney and Chase Young asking for too much money? Because, Jadeveon Clowney visited there last night. Jadeveon Clowney was there last night, visited with us, and then didn't leave with a deal. Didn't sound like we left with a deal there. Same thing with Chase Young. Didn't leave it with a deal there. So again, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if that doesn't mean they can't add one of the guys still. That doesn't mean they can't add Clowney. They can't add Young. But again, I just don't know what they see in this guy. I don't know if he just if he just fits with the scheme. Unless Evero, Evero has to be dealing with these guys, man. Evero has to be in on picking who he wants to bring in here. So to me, there's got to be something maybe he knows or doesn't know about this guy that we don't. I want to know more about this guy because honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I know a lot of players, but this is one that I've never even heard of. Not going to lie to you. I've never heard of this guy. Fair enough, Shandon. Fair enough, Shandon. I think I'm pronouncing your name right, brother. I hope so. Team's looking good. I had my doubts at first, but not anymore. Shout out to Dad. Yeah, the only thing I'm doubting right now in the moves is still in the edge rusher and pass rusher game. And of course, are we going to replace the safety position where Von Bell was? We signed another edge rusher, but this guy is just not what I expected him to be. And I don't think the Jacksonville Jaguars also expected him to be more than what he was because he was a first round pick, the 20th overall in the 2020 draft. And he's just not really done anything. He really hasn't done anything. I wish they would PFF would give me the free agent profile. Agreed. Bass Angler, is that true? With edge rusher Clowney on tour after Thursday, visit Charlotte signed a potential stopgap and former first round had it first. He's a dog, Clay. I don't know, man. I need to look more. Bass Angler, I don't know where you're seeing that. Tom Paul. I must have muted myself. I didn't mean to. Thank you. I don't see anything here. Like, I'm on his profile. I don't see anything where Tom Pelissero says that he signed anyone or that we signed Clowney. No, I didn't hear. I didn't hear that. There's no way I'm muted again. Everything's fine. My check. Are we good? For some reason, my cord's a little funky. It was on Facebook. I couldn't find it anywhere else. Yeah, I don't think I'm not sure if that's a reliable source, man. Sometimes if Facebook and Facebook and Twitter, there's a lot of people out there who have a lot of fake profiles or fake things. Like, you can find a fake Tom Pelissero or you can find a fake Adam Schefter, and they'll just post like clickbait shit. And then sooner or later they get caught and find out that they're just not real. So if it's not on this feed that I've got going on, because I've got notifications from Panthers people to also NFL guys that I truly Aaron Donald just announced. He's retiring. Aaron Donald is announcing his retirement. Holy shit. That's crazy. Dude, that is insane. I didn't think Aaron Donald was going to retire. Did he really digress that much? I need some more info on this cave lawn chasing. Okay, me either. That's why I wanted to put it on so you could look for me. You got better resources. Yeah, I mean, I just when I do my research on these cats, man, I got to make sure that I'm getting the right source. So, that's insane though. Aaron Donald has retired. That's crazy. Definitely a Hall of Fame career. Let's go on to the PFF and look at Aaron Donald since he just retired. I spelled his name wrong, didn't I? Oh, I just put it all together. That was my issue. I mean, dude, this guy, I mean, he's 2014, 10 years in the, how many years in the league? 10 years? Basically. Comes in the league and just dominates, man. I mean, tied for third in sacks in 2014. 15, had 11 sacks. 16, 8 sacks. 17, 12 sacks. 18, 21 sacks. 14 sacks 2019, 2020, 15. 2021, 15. 2022, 5. Yeah. I'm surprised. But 32 years old. Yeah, 30, basically going to be 33. Man, Aaron Donald retires, man. Aaron Donald retires. So, that's crazy. Tyree Ross, what's going on, man? That's a lot. That's some breaking news right there. That is some breaking news right there. That is insane.
Round select, Aaron Donald. Round select, Aaron Donald. Get the Aaron Donald. Come on, Aaron Donald.
Terminator will be ready.
The base is called no man's land.
Aaron Donald does the rest. He's the best defensive player in the National Football League.
Like, they're trying to get on that type of level.
Number 99, Aaron Donald.
He's one of a kind.
Aaron Donald takes care of that.
But one man stands above the rest.
Aaron Donald looks like a monster out there. Aaron Donald got pressure on Garoppolo.
Don't let up.
The greatest of all time does it in the biggest moment of Super Bowl 56.
You can't block. He's just unstoppable at what he does.
I dreamed this, man. I don't know what to say.
That's a pretty cool tribute. 10 years I've been fortunate to play the game of football at the highest level and thankful for the people I've met along the way, the relationships I've built, and the things I've accomplished with my teammates and individually. I'd like to thank St. Louis for the love and support during my first 2 years in the league as a St. Louis Ram, although through my 8 years as a Los Angeles Ram. I would like to thank Los Angeles for the love and support throughout my career, as well as California has been home to me, my family, and you made it all extra special. I'd like to thank Mr. his family. Therefore, are too many people in the organization to thank specifically. I'll never forget the relationships. I appreciate everyone on the field, off the field, behind the scenes that made my job smooth. I know I'm going to miss my teammates, camaraderie we built. That's crazy. That is nuts, man. Jeez, look at that Hall of Fame resume. God. Defensive Rookie Year, Pro Bowl. First team All-Pro, Pro Bowl. First team All-Pro, Pro Bowl. Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-Pro, Pro Bowl. Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-Pro, Pro Bowl. First team All-Pro, Pro Bowl. Please. Super Bowl champ. Dude, that's insane. That's insane. The Panthers snap. Tyree Ross, Marcos, what's going on, bro? Aaron D has been a beast as his time in the league for sure. 56 Super Bowl. He almost retired. Class act. All right, so from my understanding, based off of Kavlon Chasian. All right, so we're going to talk about the signing that we just had here real quick. I kind of got a little profile on him here now. So on Mr. Kalavan Chasian. Good Lord. Based off his strengths, what I'm seeing on his profile says he's got good lower body thickness for a longer frame, smart player on and off the field, very quick laterally and up the field off snap, tremendous agile, flexible, also has two-handed swipe and a rapid inside spin counter, hides play side shoulder, dips, and elegates around the corner for wins. Inside counters are low, smooth, and dangerous. Converts speed to power with long arm bull rush. Consistently hits quarterback on tight end twist, range to disrupt the mesh point against the zone read, and easy change of direction, talent to change in all directions. Now, the weakness is that when he was in college, 2018, he tore his ACL. 2 games in 2019 with an ankle injury. Power and stiff punch stalls his rush. Loses balances when dipping the edge. Hand fighting looks like wild slap boxing at times. Still learning to read and counter over sets. Absorbs blocks into frame rather than punching and stacking. Winded off the edge by run blocking tackles. Not aggressive enough against pull blocks. Inconsistent maintaining its fit against downhill. That's at least what it's saying. That's at least from his profile that I could find anything on him. So Big, long body player. Sounds like DJ Johnson. Yeah, it kind of sounds like another DJ Johnson, really. Someone mentioned to me last night that maybe, DJ Johnson gets moved to tight end because he played there before switching. I don't know. But based off my understanding here about this kid, he was drafted first overall, 4 seasons in the NFL so far. First overall by the Jaguars in the 2020 draft, number 20 overall. Started 11 games over his first 2 seasons, but has not started one since. So that's an issue. Making only 27 total appearances. He has 5 career sacks. Record 13 total tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, 8 quarterback hits, 2 sacks, and was on the field 25% of defensive snaps, 25% of special team stats. So it sounds like this guy's more of a rotational piece and a special teams guy. I mean, that's all he is. So it's not like it's a major signing. It's just adding depth to that depth chart. That's all they're doing. They're just adding depth to the depth chart. So there's no telling what we're going to see out of this kid. I mean, who knows? I mean, Evero may have something up his sleeve. Maybe he knows something about this kid we don't know. Maybe maybe Evero can work with this kid and make him look like make him into what he was supposed to be in Jacksonville for a first round pick, 20th overall. Or again, it's just a depth piece and he is just going to be a rotational piece and will be on special teams. At the end of the day, that's all I'm seeing as of right now. So I gave you some insight on who he is, what he brings to the table. Other than that, nothing really else to him. So I wanted to talk about something about Dan Morgan today. I really wanted to talk about Dan Morgan today because there's something that was daunting on my mind with the whole Carolina Panthers, with this whole free agency, right? I feel that Dan Morgan has done one hell of a job. And I have to say that what they're putting together to me proves to me, obviously, again, I keep talking about within the trenches, right? I keep talking about within the trenches. And that's something that's daunting on my mind lately. And obviously Dan Morgan, I felt like has done a hell of a job. All right. Black Fry, as of right now, nothing on the Jordan Fuller. All right. Nothing, just a Jordan Fuller. Okay. Clay, you can call me Little Man or Marlboro County. Have you ever heard of Bellingham Ginger Ale? Bellingham Ginger Ale. I have not. I don't think I have heard of Bellingham Ginger Ale. Maybe I have. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I've seen these before. Yeah, I've seen these. Marlboro County, South Carolina. I know where you're at. You're right. You're in Dillon. I didn't know this was made in Marlboro County, though. I didn't know this was a local kind of ginger ale. That's pretty cool. Bellingham. Is it Bellingham or Bellingham? Is it like a German name? Is that like German? So no, I wanted to talk about this real quick because under Dan Morgan so far, I feel like the Carolina Panthers have shedded any stench that was left behind of Scott Fitter's time. Which to me, I feel like has signaled a fresh start to this franchise. I mean, Morgan could have done more significant moves to reshape this team's trajectory. I would say I feel like he could have done more. I mean, among the notable transactions that was made for Brian Burns, which did yield some value out of it. Like, we did at least get something out of it, right? We didn't just let him walk, right? So we did get at least some draft picks, right? And obviously Burns received that lucrative contract. So a move that I think applauded by many, given, Fitter's previous reluctancy to really entertain such deals. And so Fitter's time has marred really by failed trades, terrible draft picks, right? If we remember Scott Fitter, we're going to remember him by failed trades, terrible draft picks, questionable investments in the quarterback position, leaving the Panthers in disarray, subject to ridicule, contracts, re-signings, releasings, letting guys walk, not re-signing key players, not committed to key players, right? But to me, in contrast, I feel that Morgan has been proactive in his approach as to yielded into some positive results. I feel like we're still on the defensive side of the ball. I feel like we definitely need some more acquisitions. Whether they decide to do that here in the next few days by getting a Jordan Fuller and then bringing in Chase Young or Jadeveon Clowney. And there's other guys out there that they could definitely target. There's still guys out there in the free agency they could target to bring in to help set the edge, add to the corner room, add to the safety room. So there's still guys that they could get. But if you look at the positive results that they brought in, right? Robert Hunt, Damian Lewis, Josie Jewell, O'Shawn Robinson. If you want to say Dane Jackson, I'm not like the biggest Dane Jackson fan, but the thing is that we need to recognize the need for change, right? Change isn't easy for everyone, whether it's within your job, whether it's within your life, whether it's within whatever the case may be, right? But Morgan has addressed the deficiencies, I feel like, in this roster. He's made some wise decisions. He's offloaded players whose value had diminished, all right? The decision to part ways with Burns underscored a commitment to a responsibility and a roster optimization. That's the best word I can come up with there. Right? I mean, to further enhance this team's prospects, Morgan also gets Deontay Johnson. I thought that was a great trade, and I thought it was it was a steal. I felt like we actually fleeced someone for once. Because you get a guy like Johnson who is an elite skill set wide receiver that you needed to add to the offense in the arsenal. It's promising to aid the development of your young quarterback, right? Then you bring a guy in like Robert Hunt Lewis, a guy who represents a marked improvement over what Fitter has previously done. Morgan got us Deontay Johnson. Scott Fitterer got us Robbie Anderson and I guess Curtis. Well, I don't even know if Curtis Samuel. No, I don't think he got. No, Curtis Samuel was already here. Got us Robbie Anderson. And then he got us DJ Chark, and then he got us Terrace Marshall, Jonathan Mingo. What other wide receivers did Scott Fitterer get us? So, I mean, I would say out of even the four guys I mentioned, between Mingo, Marshall, Robbie Anderson, and DJ Chark, Deontay Johnson by far is way better than all of them. Okay. So if you go look at Fitter's additions, compared to Dan Morgan's additions, I guarantee you see a total difference. I guarantee you see a lot more dogs, right? Obviously his approach to talent acquisition are totally different. And while some may question the hefty contracts awarded to some of these players, like Robert Hunt, the need to attract top talent in the light of Fitterer's mismanagement, that is what they are doing here. They're trying to attract top talent because of what Fitterer's mismanagement did. You couldn't bring anybody here. You couldn't attract anybody to come here. But if you bring in these big contracts, like for a guy like Robert Hunt, who is a top talent at the right guard position, it kind of shines some light on the Carolina Panthers a little bit, saying, maybe I can go play for the Panthers. Maybe they'll give me a big contract. You got to remember that Scott Fitterer's mismanagement of this organization is undeniable. That is what I'm getting at here. Because Morgan's decision actions are strategic, and they are maneuvering, and they have instilled a renewed hope and optimism, I think, for among some Panthers fans. Some people may disagree. But again, you got to address the critical areas when it comes to need and executing sound transactions. This new regime has ushered in a sense of rejuvenation, in my opinion, and purpose. And I feel like that the whole part of Scott Fitterer is completely gone. You know? Try saying it together. Bellingham. Yo, Clay, what's up, Matt Chatter? Scott Fitterer was a joke besides Bryce Young. Yeah. Well, Brian Blur, we're talking about Jordan Fuller, not Kendall Fuller. Kendall Fuller is the one that signed with Miami. Jordan Fuller is the safety out there that's still available. Do you have another we can call in and talk with you? I need to get a call-in number. I know with the Discord, because I have a Discord, right? We could definitely start doing some call-ins on the Discord, because you can do that through Discord. So maybe one of these days we can do a call-in on the Discord or something like that. We need to sign one of them, Shane. Yeah, we definitely need to sign Clowney or Young. I just don't know. I mean, the thing is, Shane, Clowney's on his way to the Saints today. So, or not Clowney, but Chase Young's meeting with the Saints today. Clowney is on his way to meet the Jets, but that won't be until next Tuesday. There was an article out there that said that before before Clowney signed with the Ravens last year, it wasn't until like May that he signed that contract. So Clowney, I think, is going to basically, whoever wants him to visit, I think he's going to shop around and see who's going to give him, these deals. So for me, bigger than change, we needed a direction. These moves giving me a hope of our roster being contracted within or constructed with intention. Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. Shane Smith, 5 wins this year, 10 wins next year. Yeah, we discussed that yesterday. They just signed an edge from Jacksonville. Did you talk about that already? Yeah, Josh, I kind of gave a background on the kid. He sounds like another DJ Johnson, but yeah, this guy was a first round pick and in the 2020 draft class. Was 20th overall and really has only seen 25% of starting snaps, or not starting snaps, 25% of defensive snaps and only 25% of special teams. I think this guy's just going to be a rotational piece in the linebacker room and a special teams piece. That's really it. Why do you guys want them to waste money on 1-year guys when we're in a rebuilding year? We should save money, take our L's, and make a good draft picks this year and the next. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, 1-year guys. I mean, the contracts they're making isn't going to kill us in 2025, though. That's why they're 1-year guys. It's not going to kill us. We're going to have, no matter if they have zero cap space by the end of this free agency, right? They go in the draft, they get all their draft guys, and they have no more cap space. It does not affect us in 2025 because they're taking all the dead money in 2024 this year. So when they go into 2025, they're top 5 in cap space. We're going to be top 5 in cap space next year. So we're going to be able to afford. We'll be able to. We're already, what Brant Tillis is doing right now is already saving us money for the future. So, so don't forget about that. Don't forget about that. Dan couldn't have done better job with this team, especially after the situation we was in a week ago. For sure. I feel that. The fact that we got some value out of Dante Jackson is different from what we've seen in the past, for sure. And I think it's the same thing with the Brian Burns thing. We at least got some value out of him. I wish we could have got some more value. Got some value at Frankie Luvu. I wish we could have got some value out of YGM. Obviously, that just didn't work out the way it was work out not in that way, but it is what it is. But at least out of Burns and Jackson, we did get some value. Didn't let these guys walk. You know what I mean? If an opposing quarterback has time without BSI, we won't beat anyone. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the reason why they went and got Damian Lewis and Robert Hunt, Shane. I mean, they want to protect their investment. That's what it's about at the end of the day. The obvious here is to build within the trenches, and and then obviously protect your investment. And I kind of figured that was going to be their vision as to going into this offseason. Obviously, with this rebuild, it was build within the trenches and invest into to your quarterback. And if Bryce doesn't pan out, guess what? At least you invested enough for the next guy to come in. I mean, that's one way that you got to look at it. Even the structure of our free agent contracts, while we overpay, there are written with outs for us after 2 years. Yeah, with the Damian Lewis contract, and I think it was with the Robert Hunt contracts, basically going into year 3, if it doesn't work out, we don't take a massive cap hit if we should decide to trade them or release them. So, which I doubt that. I have a feeling that both of those guys are going to be just fine. I have a feeling they're going to be just fine. I really do. Next position is to fill nicely. Center. Got to get it right, Dan. Got to get it right. Dan is the man. Yeah, I think that what they're going to do is going to go. I don't think they're going to try to sign a center through the free agency. I think they're going to go into the draft and get their center. I really do at this point. Yeah, I'm not going to pronounce it right. It's just not going to happen. Not today. Not today. Breaking news: Aaron Donald's retired. Yeah, we were just talking about that. We talked about that earlier into the show. The edge from Jacksonville is just in depth. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. What's up? What's up, Duke? 1 year tryout. I like it. Could be something, could be nothing. Jared Kersey is the Panthers director of college scouting, who was the Jaguars' personal development as a scout when following names you might recognize. We were drafted in 2020, came on CJ Henderson, and okay. Marco's coming up with some facts. I love that. See, Marcos, I learned something new every day. See, chat, I learned something new every day from you guys, and I love it. Jared Kersey, the director of college scouting, who was the Jaguars' personal department as a scout when following names you might recognize. Drafted in 2020, Kayvon Chasen, CJ Henderson. Nice. So, okay. So maybe he knows something. Maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe he knows something we don't. You know? Correct. The goal is still to out a complete team on the field for this year, see what we have, reevaluate next year to hit the free agent market hard next year and re-sign Derek Brown. Dude, trap set player. If this thing works out the way I think it's going to with O'Shawn Robinson at nose tackle, and they put Derek Brown, because O'Shawn is a block, a double team kind of guy. He's the one that takes all the blocks. Who's gonna get a boost of, from that? Derek Brown. We need to, because if he has another big season like he did this past year, or even better, and we see more production out of him because of the O'Shawn Robinson hire, his value is just going to shoot up through the roof. So again, I just think I want to sign Derek Brown now before it gets to the point where it's too much. Before his value gets way too high. We should extend Brown. That's what I'm saying, Black Fry. That's what I'm saying. Marco sounds like he's double downing on his Jack's picks with us. Not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, Josh, again, I'm not too sure how I felt about the signing. I gave a breakdown of what this guy brings to the table. Again, it is what it is. Or is there people trying to what is going on over here? Okay, Discord. Oh, guys, here you go. By the way, if you're having trouble joining the Discord, here, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the chat. That way you guys can join the Discord if you'd like. I'm going to start, if the more people that join the Discord, the more I can do in there with you guys, and I'll start like making more different group chats and stuff in there. Right now we just have the Rockstar gang, and this is what the Discord looks like. So I got the Rockstar gang text channel. This is just for us to really like come in, shoot the shit. I post stuff. I post the videos, and I post the I should just post the link, but I post the videos in there. It is what it is. And then I do a giveaway. So if I do giveaways, this is where you would go in, post that you're subscribed. And if you're subscribed, then you get put into when we do the giveaways. And then, we can add more text channels. Like we can do NFL rumors. We could do fantasy. We could do Madden. We could do, whatever y'all want to do. That's what the Discord for, is just for us to, kind of like, how we kind of shoot the shit through the chat on here. We can do that through here. And, but also we can, communicate. So, I just posted that link in the Discord. I'm going to go ahead and replace the pin message there with the Discord. So if you wanted to join that, that's one way to do it. Let's see what else. Oh, also another thing I want to talk about with this free agency period too, man, is this. Damn, the 49ers just signed Devondre Campbell to a 1-year deal. The San Francisco's defense is still going to be top freaking 10 this year, man. That's insane. So I wanted to talk. There was one thing I did want to talk about this free agency, is this. The impact on these certain people that I'm going to talk about here. Okay. Let me get back to the signing that we had today. I want to get back to this screen here. Let's talk about Brant Tillis real quick, because Brant Tillis, the executive of football operations, VP of operations, has spearheaded a strategic financial overhaul for this team. I mean, I can't even I can't even put it in other words in that way, right? His decision making and team first approach has provided our organization with much needed flexibility now, setting the stage financially for long-term success. So I just had to let y'all had to get that shout out to him there, because them bringing him in from Kansas City is just a blessing. I wanted to talk about Brady Christensen too. Brady Christensen, since we signed Damian Lewis, I know despite his potential and the aggressive pursuit of new talent has honestly relegated Christensen to a backup role. I'm going to be honest with you guys, which is signaling a shift in team's offensive line strategy. So, that's an impact on Christensen. Another impact is for Chuba Hubbard. Some of the free agent moves is going to impact Chuba Hubbard. And why? Well, and it's in a good way, because now that what we've done within the trenches, Chuba Hubbard, this team's confidence in him is evident now through their commitment to retain him as their primary running back. And Hubbard's going to benefit from the improved offensive line play with Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis. And it's going to increase the opportunities for him in the upcoming season. We're really going to get to see what we have in Chuba Hubbard with a decent offensive line now. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Right now, the impact for defensive coordinator Ejiro Evero, he kind of faces some challenges, though. I will say this, because you're getting some guys to come in. DJ Wonnum was a nice signing. I would say Josie Jewell was a nice signing, a solid signing. I would say, of course, Ashawn Robinson was the best signing on the defensive side for sure. And then I'd probably say DJ Wonnum, and then I would probably say Josie Jewell. But solid signings, right? Dane Jackson, whatever. But if we don't get somebody else like Clowney, or I feel Chase Young, that it's going to be hard for Evero to keep this defense in a competitive, make it a competitive defense again. Which we already struggled with that with Frankie Louvu and Brian Burns. So I think Evero is going to have to navigate some of this, navigate the transition with the fewer resources to strive to support this team overarching goal of developing Bryce Young. That is what this offseason is really about, right? They are investing in the big investment they already have in Bryce Young. And of course, another impact is the impact of this free agency and all season is Bryce Young, right? It's the central focus of what Carolina's free agency strategy is all about, right? Their investment in the offensive line upgrades, the acquisition of getting Deontay Johnson. They're prioritizing Young's development and trying to hopefully be successful moving forward and hopefully setting the stage for a promising future. Again, guys, I want to make it clear, because I know last night I was debating with Be Good, and he has his points. I have mine, but I think that I do want to say this: I've never once on this show ever said that Bryce Young is the franchise quarterback of the Panthers' future. I'm 50-50 on the kid. I think this is the year that he has to prove that he can play. I need to see, like I said, I need to see over 3,500 yards. I need to see 35 plus 100 yards this year. I need 20 plus touchdowns, and I need a minimum of 12 interceptions. If he can do that, I would say he has a promising future. If he can't do it, and I get the same results I had last year, then I'm going to say that this kid is just no better than a backup quarterback. And we made the wrong pick. I still believe in when the draft came out for last year, or was I wanted AR-15. Before the draft, I wanted AR-15 bad. But again, we went with Bryce Young. But CJ Stroud was my second one. I had Bryce as third on my board. Again, at the end of the day, I've always said that I'm 50-50 on the kid. So he has this year to prove it to me. All the flashes of something, Jag draftees, but yeah, I know. It gets everyone that's not from here. It's a small town, Marble County. You go through it on 38 South going to Murph. I know where it is, man. I know where it is. I've driven through there multiple times. If we don't resign Derek Brown, I have no idea what we're doing. I think they're going to. I just want him to do it now. I don't think they will. Unfortunately, I just don't think they'll do it now, even though they should, but they won't. Slowly being impressed by the players Morgan and company are bringing in. Yeah. I mean, this one wasn't like, I'm just like, okay, they just signed a rotational piece guy. That's how I feel about it. We might do that this year, Marcos. If I can get a good solid 12 people, we do like a $20 buy-in, something like that. We don't have to make it a big one unless y'all want to do like a $100 buy-in. We'll do a first place, second place, third place if we do a fantasy league this year. That'd be fun. I'm down to do that if y'all want to. Hard to compare at this point in time. We don't know how much Morgan was involved in Fitter decisions. Great start from Morgan, though, for sure. And I think Riverboat, we really don't know. Did the guy really have any say when Scott Fitter was here? I really don't think we know. Well, we may never know. Panthers outside linebacker edge coach is working out Penn State edge Adiza Isaac at his pro day. That's sick. He would be a good pickup too. I just like Chop better. I like what Chop brings to the table more. And that speed. The speed is what I really like about Chop. I think we're going edge, center, wide receiver with our first three picks. I think it's definitely going to be those two traps that I really think that it's going to either be edge, center, wide receiver with our first three picks too. I think you're me and you're in the same ballpark. Nice. There you go. Go get Gilmore, Hubbard, grade number 2. You really want Gilmore, don't you, Mad Chatter? I mean, he brings a veteran status. He brings a veteran status. I mean, I don't know if Gilmore is not the same Gilmore we saw in New England, right? But he definitely brings a veteran status. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it with the fact they already got Dane Jackson and Troy Hill. So you bring in Stephon Gilmore. I mean, at least we know we at least have some decent corners just in case JC Horn goes down, right? I mean, that's the biggest concern with JC, right? Is he going to stay healthy through the whole season, right? We need a power back. I believe so, Steve. I'd like to get Audric Esteem out of Notre Dame in the draft. That guy's a freaking workhorse back. Go watch his game film. Dude's an absolute animal. National media putting out, we replaced Burns with this guy. Shake my head. Yeah, of course, national media is going to make that. They did Evero dirty just for Bryce. Shake my head. Be good. Come on, man. Be good. Oh, man. What's good, man? Hopefully, I don't have to have a debate with you today. I really don't feel like it. Kind of want to make my Friday relaxing. Facts, Clay always said 50-50 on Bryce. I still am. We don't have to worry about that, but he's going to be here for 2 years. Actually be good. I don't think he'll be. I guess he'll be here for 2 more years, right? He'll be here for at least another year or two. Yeah. Again, we'll see how it works out. Be good. Myself, I'm more 30-70 on Bryce. So it's the 30-70, like 30 with him, 7 or 30. He's franchise. 30. He's not franchise. Or 70. He's not franchise. Brown would be crazy to sign here. He should ask for a trade. I mean, I think he wants to stay here. Be good. If he wanted to be out, he would have been out already, right? I mean, that's what it seems like, anyways, with these other players. I'll smash on fantasy. Josh, last year, man, fantasy was insane. I literally had the second highest scoring team in my league. Made the playoffs. Also had the lead, but I had the least amount of points scored against me, I think. Still lost in the first round. I'm just like, I just don't understand how how this happens. But it is what it is. That's fantasy football. Is Chop there at 33? You take Chop. I mean, if we did a fantasy draft, I'm sure he's there at 33. What do you think about the linebacker from Denver, Josie Jewell? I think he's solid, man. I mean, his numbers, if you compare him to Frankie Luvu, they're very similar in certain aspects of things. Obviously, I would say Frankie Luvu is a better pass rusher than Josie Jewell. Jewell's more of a pass coverage, run stopper kind of guy. I mean, Frankie Luvu is good against the run too. Don't get me wrong, but Josie Jewell is definitely a better coverage. I would say he's a better coverage linebacker. He's more of a middle guy than an outside. I've always felt that Frankie Luvu should have been an outside linebacker, opposite of Brian Burns. Everybody else believes that he should have stayed on the inside. I just felt like Frankie Luvu would have been better off the edge. But I mean, I'm not saying he was bad. It's just like, I just felt like to me, the way his style of play is and how erratic and how just like sideline to sideline he is. I mean, I see why you play him in the middle because of that, but also just him coming off the outside like that in the outside linebacker position, I felt like would have been more beneficial maybe, but at the end of the day, we'll never know. I know I had some people that didn't like me. You want 6 wins, give me another franchise or give me another free agent, good corner, outside linebacker, draft wide receiver and edge. Matt Chatter, I can't agree with you more, actually. I can't agree with you more. I really can't. I wouldn't mind Keon Coleman, Peyton Wilson with our first 2 picks or go best player available. Yeah, I mean, that's what Dan Morgan keeps saying. We're going to go best player available. Well, when we did the draft simulator yesterday, or the mock draft simulator, the problem is I know that these mock draft simulators aren't always the most accurate, right? Whoa. PFF just updated their simulator, bro. Look at this. Look, now you got public versus PFF board. Check this out. Yeah, we definitely need to. Oh, yeah. Dude, Robert Hunt's a big motherfucker, man. That is a big dude. I would not, I'm only 5'9", and I'm 185 pounds, 15% body fat. I might be 17% right now, but I'm cutting right now. I'm cutting for the summer. So hopefully I'll look like a freaking action figure by the end of summer or before summer. We want to look like an action figure before June. So we'll see. It's Friday. Got a bottle of Maker's Mark getting frosty in the freezer. I feel that. Marcos. I feel that. I got a couple of brewskis chilling in the freezer. They're going to get at least 2 wide receivers in draft, but they're going to make excuses for Bryce again. I'm not going to make any excuses. Be good. All right. I'm not going to make any excuses. And I'm ready for you whenever you're ready to have that debate be good. I could go on a rant right now and talk about it, but let's not do that today. In most mocks, I've gotten Adiza Isaac, Xavier Legette, Cedric Van Pran. Okay, nice. Nice. How can Bryce see over Hunt is only my concern. How can he see over anybody? I mean, that has been a big concern. But they're saying that they got these guys to fit the scheme that they're kind of going the same route that the Saints went with Drew Brees. I mean, that's some analysis I've seen, but I don't think we're going to see any of what they're doing come to fruition until we actually see it play out on the field. You know what I mean? I think that Damian Lewis and Robert Hunt are going to be great. That doesn't mean that, again, they're doing everything they can to get Bryce hit the help that he needs and to see if it works out. And see if he pans out. I just don't know if he will. Again, I'm 50-50 on the kid. As much as we want best player available as a franchise, we need to upgrade certain position immediately before we can go straight to best player available. For sure, I'm not a best player available guy. If I know that I need a center, if I'm like breaking it down, I'm going in there with the pros and cons, right? Like, what is more ideal right now? Who do I have in these positions, right? We look at the wide receiver room. We look at the center, the interior offensive line room. We look at the edge rusher room and we go, okay, who is out? What's the pros and cons in each and one of these rooms? And that's how I would narrow it down to figure out who I want as the 33rd pick, 39th, and then figure out who could possibly be there at those picks. That's how I break it down. I would literally make almost like a pros and cons sheet. And break down every positional group and then break down every draft pick and where they might fall. And I'm just doing it and I'm just seeing and I'm doing multiple mock drafts. Because I wonder, do you think that GMs do mock drafts? Do y'all think that GMs do mock drafts like we do at all? You know? Because our GMs also calling around the league like saying, hey, who do y'all think about going for at that pick? Who y'all thinking about? Like, do you think they have any insight on maybe what these other teams might do through the draft? These are things you got to think about. Like, are GMs doing mock drafts? Are they calling around the league or are they trying to get sources to find out what these other teams are doing? Could be doing in these drafts. I'm wondering if they're doing that. You know what I mean? Bryce is best at Tua, which means he is ceiling. Be good. So can you just hear me out real quick about the Bryce situation? Can I just say my rant and then you can just tell me what you think? Because I think that you might have misunderstood what I was actually saying last night a little bit. I'm basically going to give you I'm going to give you the highlights, the lowlights, and the challenges ahead. Is that fair to assess with Bryce? And then we'll do a mock draft because they just fixed PFF just fixed their thing. Look at this. They got the public versus PFF board, which is kind of cool. All right. So here is my thing because I want to talk to Be Good a little bit. Because I think I really do believe Be Good knows ball based off of how he was talking last night. So he knows ball. I'll give him that. He might have a master's degree. He might have a master's degree like myself in ball knowledge. So basically, this was my breakdown of Bryce Young. I literally made this right at the end of the season. So I'm going to show y'all this. So I made this at the end of the season. I took some based off my notes, based off of game film, based off of just things that I saw last year. All right. And you know what? Let's pull up Bryce Young real quick on PFF. Now, it's not going to be a fight. It's, again, we're embracing debate. That's why it's in there. That's why it's in the title today, guys. Bryce Young. Let's find him on PFF real quick for some visual effects. All right. So the debate here is between, we're embracing debate, okay? I basically took the positives, the negatives, and what moving forward. All right. So I basically analyze this kid's. The hell? Okay. What the hell? That was weird. Basically, I analyzed Young's first year. Okay. Obviously, the kid came into this situation with high expectations, because obviously the hefty investment that the Carolina Panthers made to get him, right? Regardless where one stands on that decision. Okay. Young's performance in 2023 offers ample material to support any viewpoint. So listen to what I'm saying. Open up your ears before you start going nuts. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you a deep dive. So let's start with the positive first. Okay. Let's start with the positives first. Okay. All right. All right. Young's resilience has been was one of the standouts for me last season because of enduring over 60 sacks, which was the second highest in the league. So toughness, you cannot deny that. He spent more time on the ground and being assisted up by his offensive line than trying to enjoy even a clean pocket. I don't even know if the kid knows what a clean pocket is at this point in his career, in his first season. And critics pre-draft often highlighted his height, which was obviously a potential weakness, and it still could be. But his ability for me was able to withstand that immense pressure and somehow still avoid significant injuries, which was still remarkable to me. Still playing all 17, played 17 games or 16 games, whatever it was. Except that one game against Seattle, he was out, right? Because the ankle injury that they said it was true, whatever you want to call it. But he has proved his durability among rookie quarterbacks. I mean, AR-15 went down, you know. Another positive I took away from his season was able to extend plays. When he often scrambled under pressure, he did showcase sometimes an impressive agility, the knack to extend plays, although not initially recognized as a run threat. But how many rushing yards did he have last year? Rushing, he had 259 yards. It says right here, scramble yards. All right, so 259 yards. Okay. Which is more than he ever did in college. I think it surpassed his combined college rushing yards, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously, he was pretty efficient on the ground. While I wouldn't say he's Lamar Jackson-like, I wouldn't say he's Justin Fields-like. So let's go ahead and relax that. Okay. But it does demand some attention from defenses knowing that the kid can move, right? Another thing that I thought was evident is the kid's maturity, both on and off the field. I mean, post-game, midweek interviews reflected a level of accountability, determination, as for a 21-year rookie quarterback, okay? Now, this kid faced challenges within the offense He was consistently taking ownership of his performance, and he pledged to improve. And I think that's a quality that we cannot understate a little bit. Let's talk about areas of improvement. Okay. Now let's talk about areas of improvement. Okay. Let's talk about areas of improvement. All right. Downfield accuracy. That is, of course, one of the areas of concern that has been for me for Bryce Young, right? He struggled with downfield passing accuracy, particularly throwing exceeding anything where 20 plus yards. Okay. Despite the opportunities for big plays that he did have on the field, he frequently overthrew his targets. Okay. Which resulted in some big missed plays. All right. So the deficiency obviously further hindered an already struggling offense. Okay. Which was limiting his ability to capitalize on scoring opportunities. Okay. Another thing that the kid doesn't not do, which is a concern to me, is he fails to elevate his teammates. A significant expectation for any franchise quarterback is to what? Elevate the people around you. Okay. I hate using the point guard term. I don't know why they decided to think that they should use basketball positions in football. You're either a quarterback or you're a point guard. Like, in my eyes, like, we should not be comparing players to NBA position or NFL players to NBA positions. I don't see any point in that. Okay. I don't think that there is a point guard type of quarterback. I just don't think there's anything such short. So we need to cut that out first off. But if you want to talk about if you want to keep that point guard type quarterback in your head, well, he fell short in the aspects of that. Okay. Despite challenges because of the offensive line, the receiver corps, if you want to count that into fruition, which I am, the inability to capitalize on open opportunities, missed throws, definitely hindered this offense effectiveness. Okay. Definitely did. Okay. So elevating your teammates. Okay. All right. So, don't let me on, homie. I don't think that I'm saying anything astronomical, though, Be Good. I feel like you're taking what I'm saying that it's like so astronomical. Like that, like I'm speaking like ridiculousness. Like, I don't feel like I'm saying anything out of pocket. I feel like I'm keeping it straight and to the point. You know what I mean? But there are challenges ahead with this kid, right? I mean, you have to think about it because there are some statistical concerns, right? It was his debut season, right? First season. Definitely unfavorable among some of his peers. I mean, across various advanced metrics, if you look at some advanced metrics, he ranks at the bottom among quarterbacks with over 300 passing attempts, as you can see there. And his performance metrics does raise some concerns about his long-term potential for me. Okay. Now he's drawing comparisons to less successful first-round picks. And that is unfortunate because, however, like I said, I thought that there were some glimpses of promise in certain game moments that offered me some hope that could be some future improvement. That is all I'm saying. I think looking forward, I think with the new head coach and with the new revamped of the offensive line, some potential up with another potential upgrade in the wide receiver, what maybe they double dip in the draft. I still believe that there's some optimism here for Young's development in this season ahead. While I know that his rookie year came with a lot of challenges. The ingredients are in place for a turnaround already, right? With already getting Deontay Johnson, getting Robert Hunt, getting Damian Lewis. If Young can still stay resilient, can continue that determination, coupled with some improved team dynamics and some improved intangibles on his end, right? Then we might see a successful sophomore season. And again, I'm 50-50 on the kid. If the kid doesn't go out there and improve based off the metrics I'm seeing and based off the glimpses of hope I saw, and I'm not seeing more of those glimpses of hope consistently after the improvements they made, then I will come onto this show when I will say that he's not the guy. And plain and simple as that. I don't think I'm saying anything out of ordinary. That's all I'm saying, be good. I don't think what I said was just like, this guy is it. This guy is the franchise guy. Again, you have the good, you have the bad, you got the ugly. That's literally it. I hope we sign Joel Fuller today. We need a starting safety. I think we're meeting with him today, Zach, if I'm not mistaken. Jason guy sucks, whatever his name is. Yeah, Aaron, he's a rotational piece at best. I highly recommend people watch the QB school videos on him. It'll show some things that tape shows. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Be good sounds like kid. You're speaking hope, homie. I don't think I was just speaking hope. I was speaking the positives, the negatives, and looking ahead. That's not speaking hope. That's speaking positives, negatives, and the challenges ahead. Just like I said. That's all I'm saying. He's not a pocket passer. He's an improviser. He needs to throw on the run. I'd like to see him more out of the pocket for sure. I'd like to see the kid more out of the pocket for sure. Clay, I don't know how the new coach Panther works yet. Last year, I said it. Derek Carr. It's going to be a zone scheme. I think it's a West Coast zone scheme, something like that. I think that's what Dave Canales runs. I think it's West Coast. I could be wrong. I was looking at it the other day. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm trying to see what exactly the scheme is. I want to say it's a West Coast zone scheme. But it could be run scheme. It could be a West Coast zone run scheme. It could be a West Coast zone spread kind of scheme. I'm not sure exactly what it is. That is something I need to look into a little bit more. Exactly what he's going to be running. I'm trying to find it. I might have to let y'all in. Don't switch. Looks like Panther Circle's in there. Looks like Panther Circle's just got in. Well, that's all. See, that's a agree to disagree. Be good. I appreciate that. See, I'm not even mad about that comment. You say it's a definition of hope. I see it differently. That's fine. I appreciate you respecting my opinion. All Bryce Young fans say the same thing. I'm not calling you a Bryce Young fan though, because you know your football. I do know my football. Again, I'm 50-50 on the kid. I wouldn't say I'm a Bryce Young fan. Now, if he pans out and he has great, then you can call me a Bryce Young fan. And then I think we'll all be Bryce Young's fans, right? But I get it, man. Not everybody is all on the Bryce Young train. I get it. You're not the only one. You're not the only one in this chat either. Trust me. Calling him homie is zesty. What? What does zesty mean? If we're talking about scheme wise, I think I know it's a zone scheme. I just can't remember if it's like a West Coast style zone or what. It kind of bothers me though, because I freaking read about it the other day. I want to say it's a West Coast, but I just don't know if it's West Coast power run zone scheme or if it's a spread zone scheme. Kind of confused. I just want to know what kind of scheme he's going to be running. Yeah, I don't know exactly what kind of scheme he runs. I read it the other day. I know it's a zone scheme, but I can't remember, like I said. I can't remember if it's a zone power run kind of ordeal, if it's a zone spread or inside zone. I don't know. I read it the other day. I wouldn't let them keep their disrespect. I feel you. Clay, we betting he's going to be a franchise quarterback. Clay, how much you want to bet? I'm not betting right now. I'm not betting on it. I'm not betting on it. Josh, how about this? If Bryce becomes a franchise quarterback, since you're willing to bet on it, I will be willing to give you a $25 gift card to the NFL.com shop. If you lose, you have to gift me $25 on the stream. Fair? And that's after what we see this season, Josh. That's after what we see this season. Is that fair? I tried to join your Discord, but it won't let me. Here, I'll put the link in there again. I don't know why people are having so much trouble getting into the Discord. Let me see what I can do. There's the Discord link again. Try again, Zach. See if you can get in there. Bryce just got to make quick decisions and be consistent with throwing the ball, not rush and stay. I mean, he definitely needs to make quick decision. He held on to the ball way too long. We're going to be doing game field breakdown this year, guys. So maybe I'll have people come on the stream and we'll do like a game film breakdown, like call-in show where people can come on and we'll break down the game film together, like as a group. Maybe we'll do that because we'll be doing the NFL 22 again this year. So if you're a Bryce fan, oh my gosh. Sassy means, well, I wasn't the one. I didn't call anybody homie. I was just reading what the chat said. That's all I got to say. Was it up with the 20th pick first round? What is up with the 20th pick first round? Oh, the reason why I was saying the 20th pick first round, DA or Dab, is because of the Kavlon guy, the edge rusher that we got out of the Jacksonville was a first round pick. He was the 20th pick in the 2020 draft class. Oh, I mean, be good. I did mention that in my I did mention that in my debate. I didn't give you the exact percent, but I did say that he does have to work on his deep ball accuracy because he struggles downfield passing accuracy, particularly in what I said, exceeding 20 plus yards. I did say that. I didn't. So, you know what I mean? Bryce Young will work on, but the confusing move is done. It's awesome. Kyrito, you love some basketball, don't you? Anyone, I'm house talking. Anyone, I'm house talking right now. What? All right, agreed. All right, cool. So there's the Discord, guys. The link is in there. If you're still having trouble, let me know. My argument wasn't about hope, though, be good. I just gave you the good, the negative, and the challenges ahead. I don't think that's a hope debate. Mine was good, bad, ugly. Literally, that was it. Positives, negatives, challenges ahead. That's what I highlighted as. The highs, the lows. Look at moving forward. I mean, honestly, I think there might have been maybe 4 last year, Matt Chatter, that I can remember of. Maybe 4. That's about it. Out of 16, 17 games, maybe 4. 4 good deep balls I could go find on the 22. Maybe. 52 people are watching on the YouTube channel. 52 people are watching on the YouTube channel. Make sure you pound the like button. We're at 60 people on the YouTube channel. Make sure you pound the like button, guys. We're at 27 likes. There's 58 people watching. There's no reason why we shouldn't be at 58 likes. The thumbs up button's free, and it helps me out tremendously. All right. After you're catching your live last night, Clay, you must have earned the title most spicy YouTuber. People are trying to tell you that you can't eat on your stream. Question your football IQ. Geez, I know. Apparently, I was talking to my buddy of mine who is a YouTuber. He's a Bills YouTuber. Go check him out if you haven't already. Dan Mitchell. And he's got over 20,000 subscribers. And he was telling me that, dude, that stuff happens all the time. So again, I look forward to it. If you want to be a hater, be a hater. If you want to be a supporter, be a supporter. But at the same time, man, when you're hating, you're supporting. You're doing me a favor by coming in my chat and doing that. Hey, be good. Let's do that. Let's do that another day. I will promise. I promise you. Cross my heart. Okay, to you. We will do that one day. I will let you come on and I will let you speak your mind. Fair enough? Fair enough? I know I'm personally saw Bryce last year, so I'm just going to wait. Fair enough. So, Josh and I got a bet next year, guys. He's going to have to either gift the stream, one of my streams, $25, or I have to give him a $25 gift card to the NFL shop. So it's a fair trade. Find to please you or chat. Clay, you're hot right now. I know. It's crazy. I just gave you facts in the chat, Marcos Cash. Listen, be good. I have no doubt in my mind he knows ball. All right. He's just going to give you his thoughts on Bryce, and he's got some fair points, and I'm all listen. Me and him agreed to disagree basically. And I think he makes some fair points too. I think he does. I think he makes some fair points too. I think everybody always has I think everybody has, right to their opinion, and whether you believe it or not, but just don't go off and say you're wrong. You know what I mean? Just don't go out and say, well, you're wrong. I think we have to be able to hear everybody out. Be Good actually heard me out, and then once Be Good heard me out, and once he finally heard what I had to say, he was like, okay, all right. Even though he thinks it's a hope thing, it's really not, but it's more like a pros and cons sheet, really. Here was the pros, here was the cons, and then there's a middle sheet. This is what we get to look forward to. These are the concerns I still have, though, but what can be fixed, basically. Bryce is good at short and mid-range throws, but his deep ball is horrible. The main reason of that, though, is because he's on his tippy toes, man. And he's also taken too far of a step drop out of gun. He's taken too far. I mean, the guy's basically taking a 5-step drop in gun, and he's taking a 7-step drop in under center. Most quarterbacks under center are taking 3-step drops, and out of gun, it's a 1-step drop. So, I mean, he's taking like a 3-step drop in gun, and under center, he's taking like a 7-step drop. So it's like, godly. And then he's on his tippy toes trying to step into his throws, and it doesn't work. Yeah. That's what I saw last year. So he's got to work on planting his feet. He's definitely got to work on planting his feet. Bryce Young is like Tony Parker, good at shot. Oh my God. Kyrita, stop with the point guard shit. Stop with the point guard shit. Is it true we picked up Chassion? Yeah. Yeah, we did. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing the guy's name right. Y'all really think that kind of stuff you can fix? I mean, I don't know how to pronounce your thing. Seneca? I don't know how to pronounce your damn name. Y'all really think? I mean, footwork can be definitely worked on. Those intangibles can be worked on. Quarterbacks are working on their footwork all the time. Throwing motion, they're working on all the intangibles all the time. So yeah, those things can be fixed. It's not delusional. Quarterbacks work on that stuff all the time. That kind of stuff can be fixed. What you can't fix is his height and weight. Now, you can fix the weight, obviously, if he gets in the weight room, but the height you can't fix. The intangibles you can't fix. It's just like any technical sport, golfers, tennis players, they all have to work on their intangibles, their swings. It's the same thing. I mean, it again, the tippy toes things can be worked on. Again, I'm just saying you can still work on the footwork. I'm not saying that the fact that the kid might have to see over his tippy toes to see over the line. Again, you can't fix the height. You think we will beat the Falcons this season? Or do you think the Saints will be a bigger threat? Prime Cinco, most definitely the Falcons are winning the South. I think after that, Tampa Bay is the number 2 team. I think the Saints will be the 3rd team. I don't think the Saints are going to be as good. I don't think the Saints are really going to be that good this year. I really don't. Can't blame him for a big drop back, standing on his tippy toes. O-line played for the others last year. I mean, his footwork kind of can mess up though the offensive line though a bit because of how far he steps back. So it's kind of interesting because the QB school guy did break it down that way with his footwork, is that if he steps too far back in the pocket, those outside edge rushers can get to him a lot easier. So that's the only issue because of how far he goes back. So again, we'll see. We'll see we will see if how everything plans out between Bryce, this offense, and what Canales can do with the kid. Hopefully Canales has, I mean, as much as we've heard and seen Canales been able to do with guys like Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, and Russell Wilson, let's hope that he can salvage this kid and do what he did with those guys. I think that's the only thing that, if I'm talking about hope, that's the only hope that I can hope, is that's what that can happen, that can come to fruition. That makes sense if you figure it was because he didn't have time. And sometimes that was the case too, Bass Angler, but not all the time. Not all the time. Again, it's multiple factors, man. It's multiple factors. It's multiple factors when it comes to Bryce Young, the offensive line, wide receivers, all that. It's multiple factors that play into fruition. So, all right. So let's go over some free agent targets real quick. And let's see. Actually, let's go onto Twitter. Let's see if we missed anything. Let's see if there's any news coming out. And then we'll do a mock draft. And then we'll do a mock draft. And then we're going to go into some free agent targets that we possibly could look into. Browns coach Kevin Stefanski and GM Andrew Berry have hired Mike Vrabel serve as a consultant for the Browns. Wow. Says the former Titans coach and the coach of the year have been with them in Indy at the combine and will work with them this season. That's pretty cool. Josh Sweat is restructuring his deal to stay with the Eagles. Looks like we're going to get some rain here. Damn, Patrick Queen says, I want to be that villain. basically just gave the Ravens the middle finger and said, Patrick Queen about leaving the Ravens, signing with the Steelers, says, I want to be that villain.
I want to be that guy.
Attracted you to the Steelers, and why here?
That man standing right there. I think just the organization itself, known for winning, known for great defense, and it got a bunch of stars over here. So I just wanted to come be a part of that, come be that extra piece to trying to win again.
Different or strange for you competing against?
It's definitely. It's gonna be weird, but I mean, I want to be that villain. I want to be that guy. So I'm looking to do some stuff to them.
Just said, all right, well, fuck you, Ray. I mean, that's what the dude just basically said. Oh man, that's too good. I like it. Dan Morgan's giving Bryce a fair chance, make it or not this season. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Bray. It's a make it or break it year for Bryce. Either way you want to look at it, whatever you want to look at it, it's a make or break it year for Bryce. Have we talked about Devin White in Philly? I talked about it last night. It's unfortunate because I would really love to bring him here, but again, I wanted him here. I think he would have fit in our scheme perfectly in the middle with Shaq, but I mean, Philly got a steal. 1 year, $7.5 million for Devin White. That's a steal. Hey, be good. I'm curious. Who do you like in the quarterback? Who do you like in this draft? Who have you evaluated in this draft? Because I can give you a breakdown of Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels. And Bo Nix, Michael Penix. I can give you a breakdown on all those guys, but I'm curious, who is your number one guy out of this draft class? Because I can tell you who mine is. I'm actually kind of on the I can tell you who my number one is, but that's Zesty. Damn it. What's up with the Zesty shit? For sure, he wants a contender. Mike Williams went for a 4th round pick. I mean, no. Keenan Allen went for a 4th round pick. I'd rather pick both of them. I'm not a fan of Caleb. I think Daniels is the best, or Penix. Okay. I'm not gonna tell you mine. I'm just kind of curious who Be Good thinks is the best in this draft class. I'm just interested to hear your thoughts on that. Be Good. Like, who's your number one in this draft class? Okay. Yeah, my bad. Williams was in my head. Yeah, I mean, dude, I got to give the Bears credit where credit's due, man. I mean, for them to get, I have it saved here. For them to get Keenan Allen for a 4th round pick I mean, that is just insane, dude. Where was it? I just saw it here. Where was it? I just saw. Oh, there it is. I mean, this is what the Bears have done, man. And you know, here's the thing: Bears fans can thank us. Okay, I was just curious. Dude. I don't take that out of consideration. I don't take that out of consideration. Make it or break it year for Fields. Also, he stays in Chicago, especially if they draft MHJ. I mean, it's a make or break it year for Justin Fields. It's a make or break it year for Bryce Young. I don't know who else is out there that has a make or break it year, but we'll see. Probably Daniel Jones in New York, but it depends on what they go with there. But I mean, the Panther. The screen's been frozen. Hit the live button again. There's like that live button on the screen here. It seems fine now. He's been frozen on screen. Should be fine now. Should be fine now. Check it out now. Are we good? It's because we got over 178 people in here. We got 35 people on YouTube. We got over 143 on Twitter. So, if you're watching on Twitter, please do me a favor. Come on over to the YouTube channel. Make sure you pound the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. Feel free to join the Discord. The link is in the top of the chat, so you can click the link. It'll take you right to the Discord, and you can join there. You can join right there. I mean, Josh, the only reason why I say it's a make it or break a year, I think if they do all the right moves, which they're doing right now, because that's what they're investing in, they're investing into him. If he does not put over the stats I said he needs for me to prove to me he's the guy. I need over 3,500 yards. I need 20 plus touchdowns, and I need only between 10 to 12 interceptions. If he can do that, I would say that we have a chance with the kid. If he can't do that and I get the same results I got last year from him, even with the improvements, that just proves to me there that he is a backup quarterback in this league. I wouldn't mind if we traded for Fields, give them a 4th-round pick because I believe Fields has a better upside than Bryce. And he might be good. I mean, Fields' size and stature, definitely I can agree with that. I will say that. I think that, unfortunately, I do have to agree with that. I do believe Justin Fields has a better upside than Bryce Young. I do have to agree with that because of his size and tangibles that he brings together and the more versatility. Good on my end. All right, perfect. But I'm still, Josh, I'm 50-50 on the kid. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right, looks like there's no more news as of right now. Nothing coming out of Carolina. Obviously, we're in the waiting game between the Clowney and Chase Young thing. Giants just signed Chris Manhertz. We all know about Mr. Chris Manhertz. My mic is on. My mic is on. It doesn't say that it's off. Flame, something must be going on your end, man. It ain't my end. I start looking for the hat you're gonna buy me next season. All right. Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead and pick it out, put it in your favorites. I wouldn't mind trading like a third or fourth for Fields for sure. How is he still in the league? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, we're good. All right, cool. Josh is already like, I'm gonna go save this nice ass hat. All right, cool. All right, so let's see if the Discord is working. Don't switch. Zach is in the thing. Zach is already in the Discord. Zach and Panther Circle have already joined the Discord. So if you haven't already, go ahead and do so. All right, let's get into a mock draft. Why not? Let's do that today. Let's do a mock draft. It's Friday, man. It's Friday. All right. 7-round mock draft. Now, it looks like, let's make sure. I want to go ahead and enter this draft. I want to make sure did they get the picks fixed yet? They got the 240 pick, but they still got this 166 pick still here, which is not correct. All right, so we need to go back. All right, so now they have a new thing here on PFF. I think Bryce isn't going anywhere until probably after year 3, if that's the case, unfortunately. Even if I say it's a make it or break it, for me, he's not going anywhere until after year 3. I know that. Clay, you're right on the logic of him playing to those stats. That's a minimum. Yeah, I think that's a minimum for sure. It's a minimum. And it's very doable. That was actually, I think that was like what I think last year on the Sleeper app, because Sleeper, before you do fantasy, when I play fantasy football, I use Sleeper. They were predicting Bryce last year to have 23 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and over 3,300 yards last year. And I think that was I thought that was reasonable for a first-year quarterback and first overall. So that's why I said this year I need to see 3,500 yards plus 20 plus touchdowns and only between 10 to 12 interceptions. And I would say that is definitely a major improvement. But the one thing I will say that I heard from Canales that he's going to try to do with Bryce is he's going to try to get the ball out of his hands quicker. I do like the sound of that. I will say that. That's one thing I do like to hear. So they've got public versus the PFF board, which is pretty interesting when you are doing these advanced settings. So the public is basically what the public is seeing or other people are doing in these mock drafts, who they believe is better from the board. Now, if we keep it for the public, the PFF, or should we put the public, the PFF? Pop, you probably just missed what I was saying, but what I was saying was that is what I would need from Bryce to feel comfortable, feel like, okay, we saw a better year. Are the stats that I was talking about would be good. That I need to see over 3,500 yards. I need to see 20 plus touchdowns and 10 to 12 interceptions. And I will be happy. I will feel like that is progress, and it's progress in the right direction to becoming a franchise quarterback. But if I see the same thing like I saw last year, we're going to have a problem. Zach little man is in the Discord. Now we're getting some people in the Discord now. Now, if there's some channels y'all want in the Discord, please let me know. I will create some more channels where we can either, put a channel where, there's more channels in here I can create. We only have the Rockstar Gang channel, which is just basically the you know, giveaways, and then of course the general chat. But I can make some more of these, and we can do like a fantasy football one. We can do NFL rumors chat, so that's where you post up like an NFL rumor or trade rumor. We could definitely do like a Panthers debate chat. We could make a Bryce Young debate chat. We could make whatever you want to do. So we can make some channels in there. So if you're in there and y'all have any suggestions, or if you want to have a certain channel made, I will make them. And, since you're already added to the community, you'll see those text channels as I create them. So you can do that. He will improve with the dude's coaching already. Yeah. I think we should see improvement, Dab. We should see an improvement. That's what I'm getting at. We should. All right. We should see that. Damn, popping, damn, and increases interceptions. Make a group chat. There's already Zach. There's already a the general chat. So, but we can definitely make a chat. I believe we're going to draft a wide receiver guard with the first 2 picks. I would like to get Mitchell or Cole with these picks. With one of these picks. Do you think our offseason moves made us better team or the same? I think the offseason moves have made us as a team, as a whole team, not just based off one position. I feel like that what they're doing is trying to build a foundation. They're trying to build an identity here. There's an actual set plan than what we've done in the past was, let's just go get these guys and see if they fit. That's how I kind of felt they've done in years past with this retooling. It was like throwing shit at the wall and see if it sticks. I feel like what they're doing now is they are actually saying, does this guy actually fit the 3-4 defensive scheme? Yes. Okay, does this guy fit the outside edge? Does this guy fit the middle linebacker position? Does this guy fit the nose tackle? That the scheme that we're going to exactly be running, does this player fit in the scheme that we're going to be running? Same thing with the Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis thing. They fit the scheme. So I think they're actually gone out and got guys that actually fit what the vision and identity of whether the offense or the defensive scheme fits. I think that they've actually, I might be a little bit too optimistic in the fact that the moves that they made, but I think this team as a whole and as a roster is better than what we saw last year already. That's just B. I think the first 2 picks could be. I'm not going to go based off public and PFF. So in this, I'm going to keep it 50-50. We got the PFF board and then we got the public board. I'm going to keep it right in the middle. That way we get a variety of both. If that's cool with you guys. If that's cool with you guys. That's just me. It's not so much about stats for me. I want to see physical change, how Bryce is developing his body, how he's maturing mentally as a pro. Is his damn daddy not holding his hand anymore? Those things. JP, that's a fair point, man. I can't be mad about that. How do y'all feel about Cade Mays as a backup center? Don't like it, Zach. That's how I feel about it. I don't like it. That's how I feel about it. Did y'all see the Keenan Allen trade? I wish we did that. I know that was insane. It's insane. That was insane, that trade. All right, so with the settings, I moved this down 1. I put this around the middle. I'm going to put this around the middle. with the public draft board, two fans in the stands, what's up? Appreciate you joining the live stream. We're gonna go with draft needs in the middle. I'm gonna keep the care for positional value. I just moved it down 1. The randomness, I'm gonna keep it at less. And then between public and versus PFF, I'm gonna keep that in the middle. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. But I gotta maneuver this 166 pick to, I think it's who has the 141? I gotta find the person who's got the 141. I gotta force the trade. I gotta force this trade because that's what our actual draft picks look like. All right. So today's draft simulator, we are going to do it actually. Oh, wow. They fixed this thing up to where it won't go too slow. It won't go too fast. We'll go right there. All right. Today, I am going to do some trade backs today, I think. Damn. Jared Verse, Cooper DeJean, JC Latham, Nate Wiggins. All right. Jack Power Johnson's off the board. Graham Barton, Brian Thomas, Donnie Mitchell, Kool-Aid, Tyler, Peyton Wilson. Cheer God. All right. So, guys, so based off what we just saw with that, do y'all think based off the settings I put, that seems fair or seems right? Like Caleb Williams 1, Drake May 2, Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, Roma Duzier. Do y'all think that this is right? Like, I feel like I don't know if this seems fair. I'm trying to make it. I mean, Frazier is still sitting right there. They got him 30th, so he went 32. They got him 25th. He went 30th. They got him 26 on their big board. He went 31. Okay. All right. So I guess we'll rock with this. Seems pretty fair for the most part. Where did they have Kool-Aid on their big board? 35, and he went 29. Adonia, where do they have him on the big board? 32, and he went 28. All right. Seems about right. Seems pretty good. All right. I'm going to go with, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go a different route here. Because I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the 33rd pick, and I'm going to trade it to the Washington Commanders. I'm going to try to get their 36th pick and their 67. Well, let's see. Let's see if they go for it. No. Okay. I could take the 100. I could take the 102. Could take the 100 here. Let's see. Give me that. And we'll call it even. All right, fair enough. That's true. So guess what then I could do here is I could give them back their pick. I'm going to trade back with both of these picks today. Give me your 47th pick. All right. And I'll give you the 36th pick. You give me that 10. Actually, give me my one. Give me both. Nah. Give me your 47th. That's okay. T. Thompson. That's okay. I got a plan. There's a method to my madness. I promise. We're gonna go for. I wonder if they will take. I wonder if they would take that. Nah, we'll go 107. I don't think they'll take this. I don't think they'll give me the 70th, but we'll try. Shit. Okay. That actually, I'm surprised. That said 18% for it to actually go through, and it went through. So, I mean, I'll take it. That's all right. All right. So we just got two extra draft picks in this draft. All right, so we've still got an edge rusher here, which we could go Chris Boswell. I'm cool with it. A big time edge rusher. I think based off the edge for edge rusher, he's probably 6th on the most draft boards. They probably have him ranked 6 for edge rushers. For some reason, that Lieatu out of UCLA, is still up there. Jared Verse is number 2 and a lot of on that board. I think Jared Verse is actually. I think Dallas Turner. I mean, again, it depends on what you're going to use these guys for. Dallas Turner, they got him. These guys listed at different positions. You got defensive end and then edge rusher. You got linebacker, edge rusher, defensive end, edge rusher. You got defensive line, edge rusher. You see them. They kind of have multiple or 2 kind of position. So it depends on what team he's going to go to and what you're really trying to do with him. I like Chris Boswell a lot. I mean, I think for him, he's 6'3". I know he's 6'3". He's like 225. Runs a 4.6 40. He ran a 4.6 40. As for an edge rusher, good. He's good he's a good edge rusher. I mean, he's good in coverage too. I mean, he's very good. He's got great awareness. I broke it down in his game film. He's got great anticipation. When it comes to dropping back into the zone, I've seen. He's very good at keeping up with tight ends, especially over the middle. But he's definitely brings a dynamic combo with him. I mean, he's got the speed and power, especially sending offensive tackles reeling. I mean, he puts these guys on skates. So I like him. I would definitely use him in the outside linebacker position. I mean, we've got the 39th and 47th pick. We basically got the Giants picks besides a Washington pick here. I like Chris Boswell though. You want Adiza Isaac, you said? Josh? I don't know. I think I like Chris Boswell better. I think he's a second to mid round. I mean, Adiza Isaac, I mean, runs a 4.7 40. He's 6'4", 247. I think for what we're running here, Chris Boswell fix the scheme. I mean, I will say Isaac fits the NFL edge rusher mold because of his frame and how he's able to reach to engage effectively. I would say his lateral mobility makes him a deep threat in various defensive schemes. But when it comes to the 3-4 defense, I just feel that Chris Boswell fits the mold and scheme so much better because when you go and look up if you go look at a lot of scouting reports, it says that he fits the mold in a 3-4 scheme. And we're running that 3-4 scheme. I know Isaac can fit the mold in various schemes. I think that Chris Broswell's the better pick here because I like the size and speed more. And the pass coverage skill set, a part of that too. All right. Let's get in. Let's grab our edge rusher first. I mean, because our centers, because we need a center, so we can wait. We can get Mr. Van Pran later. Which is fine. I'm cool with getting Van Pran because we're definitely getting Van Pran. Wide receiver wise, I'm not taking Troy. I'm not taking Roman. I'm not taking Ricky Parasol right now. Could take Jadeveon Sanders here. And then Chris Broswell's at 38. I don't know if Jadeveon Sanders going to fall there. Is there another edge rusher that could fall to 47? That's the question. Ooh, I mean, I could get Jonah Ellis out of Utah. I mean, I could go ahead and take the Sanders. If I'm looking at this from a standpoint, Jonah Ellis is not bad. Jonah Ellis is a great pass rusher, man. Guys, 6'2", 248, big speed guy. Big speed guy off the edge. He's got a lot of elite traits in the pass rusher. When you watch his game film, he's got a quick first step, a very quick first step. He's not a big power rusher. So the problem with him I have with Jonah Ellis, though, is that he shines as a speed rusher. He is not a power rusher. Okay. The problem is he has a smaller frame. So when it comes to the run game, he's a little bit tasked when it comes to setting the edge against the run. I would much rather take Chop, but I missed out on him when I made the trade. So it is what it is. I have to take Chris Broswell here. I think this is the better. I think I got to go Chris Broswell here. Holy smoke. So I just got really lucky here. Washington, Jordan Morgan. Okay. They took a corner. They took a wide receiver. Who did they take in here, though? The Texans did. Wait, the Texans don't have a first-round pick, do they? No, they don't. The Texans don't have a first-round pick anymore. So they took Troy Franklin here. Enos, they took Michael Penix, Kingsley Suamate, Braden Fisk. Okay, Panthers. We need a tight end. Wow, the only wide receiver that really went off the board, Troy Franklin. So I think I've got to go with Jadeveon Sanders. I got to take Jadeveon Sanders here. Because it still leaves me with some room, man. Damn, Edgerrin Cooper just went off the board. That's who I wanted. Xavier Worthy off the board. Jermaine Burton off the board. Jonah Ellis, Chris Jenkins, Braylon Trice, Marshawn Kinley, Jalen Polk, Jonathan Brooks. All right. Now I'm going to get my wide receiver here because I don't think Cedric Van Pran's at 89. I might have to take him. I might have to take Cedric Van Pran at 70. I might have to take a Cedric Van Pran at 70. Or I take T'Vondre Sweat at 70. No problem, man. No problem, man. All right. Well, obviously, you know where I'm going here. I have to take a wide receiver here now. So I'm going to go ahead, take Leggett here. You know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and take my boy. Now, here's where it gets tricky. We need a center. We've already got a wide receiver. We already got a tight end. We've already got our edge rusher, or technically linebacker if you want to, because you can put Chris Roswell at the outside linebacker. We do need help on the defensive line. We don't really need a guard, even though they said that we do, but I don't think we need one now. The main thing is getting a center here. I see Braylon Allen is there, but I mean, Braylon Allen his value is not in the top. Look where Braylon Allen's value is. Braylon Allen is at 128. Not taking him at 70 overall. I'm just not. I do like him, Chris. I just don't think that we're taking him here. Well, Josh, who are you going to take here? Which wide receiver you going to take here? You going to take Devontae Walker over Leggett? You going to take Johnny Wilson over Leggett? You going to take Jamar Thrasher over Leggett? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm going to take Devontae. I think I'm taking T'Vondre Sweat here. Yeah, but Josh, you're taking another route runner. You're taking another route runner. You've got your route runner. Two vans in the stands. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Appreciate you, Clay. No problem, man. No problem. All right, so Van Pran's off the board. I knew that was going to happen, but again, it's all good in the hood. I mean, dude, we've got our wide receiver, we got a tight end, we got our edge rusher, we got our defensive line. What? Now, here is the thing. Yeah, but Parasol is not a physical route runner. He's a route running tree kind of guy. He's a Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua kind of ordeal. Like, that's what I see out of Parasol. I think that with Deontay Johnson, you need to pair him up with someone that can be a big physical threat. That's what Leggett brings to the table. He's a big physical threat between his size and speed. That's the only reason why I'm going with him there. I mean, I can't wait to pick anybody else now. I mean, this is where we're at with the mock draft. All right. So now that I've got my tight end, I've got my edge, I have my defensive line. We could go running back here. I'm tempted to take Audric Esteem, who's a big workhorse running back out of Notre Dame. If you're looking for the power run, this guy is who you're looking for. All right. What about speed, deep threat? Leggett's is a deep threat type wide receiver, is what I'm saying. Well, we could go with a corner here. I mean, we could go with a DJ James out of Auburn, which is a little bit concerning to me with him. Go with a DJ James. I'd rather get like Chris Abrams drain, maybe. DJ James would be good. I mean, Max Melton from Rutgers would be good too. Kyrie Jackson's already off the board, so which I'm surprised he's off the board already. DJ James is runs a 4.42, 6 foot, 175. Let's see. From what I've seen and read on him, I mean, I'm looking at what his breakdown is right now. It says that he's good at tracking balls well. He has natural ball skills for forcing turnovers, has change of direction ability to mirror underneath, did solid work off of press and off coverage. Shows click close ability to backpedal, ball skills, which means he's got good hips. He has to add weight, but will effective athleticism. If it doesn't, he's a number one quarter with the ball skills to the game changer. Chris Abrams, 5'11", runs a 4.40. Based off of his strengths and abilities, has a blend of length, speed, quickness. He's the best mirror routes underneath. Shows fluid movement. But the ability to change direction on a dime. A nice low back pedal shows the click and close ability to play off his man. Has good long speedy turn and run and press coverage guy, and the powerful hands to disrupt receivers early in the route. Can get under a receiver's chin, has the speed to flip his hits and run downfield. His quick feet and excellent change of direction ability, capable of mirroring quickness underneath. He's explosive athlete, has the ability to break the ball, close, phenomenal. Rare ball skills, shows good instincts. Both of these guys are bad against the run. These guys are just not run defenders. Basically, they're the same player, and they're both bad against the run. I mean, he's 58.2, DJ James 53.3. All right, let me look at the coverage grades. 89.9 in coverage. Zone coverage, he's 74.8. Man coverage, he's 82.1. 84.7, 79.5. Yeah, I got to go with All right. I think we got to go with D. I'm going to add to the corner room here. I think I'm going to go with DJ James. I think that's the best move here. I mean, I could. Ooh. Yeah, but he just doesn't seem that good. I'm going to go with DJ James here. Be good. I said my ceiling is 6 for us next season. My floor is 3. That's what I said. Double dip wide receiver or draft a safety. We lost Van Bell and Jeremy Chin. Well, let's see what we got a safety here, but I'm not high on him. I feel like I could get Tyreek Smith and he'd be a better option. Where's Tyreek Smith at? Yeah, but that's just Cole Bishop. Yeah, I don't need him. Another DJ. All right, I think I'm going to go halfback here. I think I'm just going to take my chance with Audric Esteem. You want that big power running back again. We want that big workhorse running back. Look no further. I like Audric Esteem. I really do. In this draft class. Again, I told y'all, if you're looking for that prototypical powerful back, look no further than for Audric Esteem. All right. I think for the value I'm getting for Audric Esteem is better value than I'm getting for Braylon Allen. I'm not going to be able to get, I might be able to get Braylon Allen at 141. Oh, man. But the thing is that if I take him here, it's just, I know everybody in the chat wants Braylon Allen. I'll take Braylon Allen. It's not that I don't want him. I don't think that, and I don't think that he's going to be good in the NFL. I'm doing it based off the value here, and his value just seemed too, low for me. Yeah, but be good. That means Canales won't be here. I can tell you that. If it takes 7 to 10 years, rebuild should not take 7 to 10 years. That'd be good. A normal rebuild takes between 2 to 3 years, and by the 4th year, you should be winning games. Your 3rd year, you should have a winning season. 3rd year, you should be, by the 4th year, you should be a contender. That's just my opinion. Damn. Please tell me there's a wide receiver here. God damn it, man. If I'm taking a wide receiver, I'm taking Luke McCaffrey. I like Wingo here. I like Mason Smith too. Both are big boys. We can add to the defensive line again. We'll add to the defensive line. Damn. Could take another linebacker here and get Michael Barrett. Wingo or Smith, good organizations, only one off season away from being competitive. Unfortunately, we're not in that boat, Rock. Unfortunately, we're not in that boat. They do need a linebacker. Damn spell check. All right, let's go Michael Barrett. We just didn't double dip at wide receiver. We just didn't double dip at the wide receiver. Wonder if I could do a full mock draft with just, and I don't pick a team and it just does it itself. I wonder what it would come out to. Like, I'd like to see what the Panthers would pick through a random ass mock draft. I don't pick it. Like, I wonder if I can see how that works. I wonder if I can do that. Might do that after this if I can do it. I'm wondering what PFF would do. Okay. Hayden Hatton. Damn, who is this? Played at Idaho. God damn. He had a lot of good games. 13 games played. 485. What? Slot snaps, pass snaps, wide snaps, receptions 93, targeted 131 times. Dang it. Back-to-back seasons with 1,200 yards. 6'2", 205. Hayden Hatton? Okay, this guy. Who is this guy? Back-to-back seasons with 1,200 yards. Yo. I mean, I know he's playing at Idaho, but still. Back-to-back seasons? I mean, he could be a sneaky little gem there. I might have just found a gem, bro. All right, Hayden Hatton. Here he is. So this is the guy we're just looking at here on freaking PFF. 2 back-to-back seasons with 1,200 yards. Okay. 16 touchdowns in 2022, 9 in 2023. He's an outside X receiver. Okay. Outside X receiver. 6'1", runs a 4.55. Okay. His strengths, based off of what they're saying here, is that he's a natural playmaker at his best with the ball in his hands. When useful downfield, Hatton shows ball tracking skills and eye coordination to make adjustments on the underthrow balls, back shoulder throws. He has the strong hands, and any NFL receiver coach and quarterback would convey. Tracks the deep ball over either shoulder, brings in passes fluidity without breaking a stride downfield. He's the best working in space, showing quickness, and the vision of return specialist. His stop ability allows him to create initial separation. Is there a way you can show his highlights? I can try. Hayden Hatton highlights. Let's see. Let me see if there's a 2023 version. Well, you know what? Screw it. We'll just do his So he's an outside X receiver. Oh, damn. That was nice. Okay. I mean, he hey, yo. Damn. Oh, shit. He's a playmaker. Kept that 1 foot in. Damn. Wow, that was nasty. I mean, he went up and got that. Damn. That boy just got mossed. Damn. Wait, how many touchdowns he had in that game? He had 4 touchdowns that game? Jeez. Well, this is the hidden gem that we found right here. The Hayden Hatton. Hayden Hatton, wide receiver out of Idaho. 1.1% drop rate. Grade versus man coverage is 6.68. Receiver Receiving grade is 90.6. Yards per route run, 2.72. Contested catch, 46.2%. He only had one drop in 2023. And then he had yards after the catch per receptions, 3.1. Missed tackles forced, 17. Average depth of target, 12.1. Deep catches, 9. Deep yards, 248. 2 screen catches, 0 screen yards. Slot catches, 24. Slot yards, 297. Contested catches, 12. So pretty good at contested catches. Passing snap. Again, he's an outside X wide receiver. I wonder if I just found a hidden gem, folks. Like, what if this kid becomes like the next Puka Nacua and I found him before it even happened? I wonder if I just found the next Puka Nacua. I might have to make like that kind of sounds clickbaity, doesn't it, though? If I like made a short video saying like I might have just found the next Puka Nacua. Doing a game film breakdown on this kid. Sounds kind of clickbaitish. Hey, but we just found a hidden gem, in my opinion. Good Lord. Honestly, I'm not mad at this draft at all. Receiver. Okay, so we're gonna do that other thing I was gonna say we're gonna do. So we received we received the T. Thompson's like, yeah, do it. We might do it. We might do it. I need to get some more familiarity with the kid. Receive 2. Okay, so we did a trade back to grab more picks, and it actually really worked out for us. So we traded with Washington, their second round. We took our 33rd pick, and we got their 36th pick, and their 100 picked in the third round. We got Chris Boswell. We took that 36th pick, as you can see, traded to New York and got their 47th pick, and their 70th pick. And basically we got Chris Boswell, Jadeveon Sanders with the next pick, the first 2 picks in the second round. We got another outside wide receiver in Xavier Legette. You bolstered up the defensive line with Tavondre Sweat. You got a corner in DJ James, not very good against the run, but solid against in man coverage and press coverage. Braylon Allen, they gave me a D-. The only reason why PFF gave me a D- is because of the fact that the value wasn't there. That's the only thing I'm getting at. See, because PFF, you see the number here? That is their ranking, right? That is their ranking. The ranking is 128. Okay. So Braylon Allen, round 4, 101. Mekhi Wingo out of LSU, defensive lineman, another bolster to the defensive line. We need guys that can stop the run. Mekhi Wingo and Tavondre Sweat will definitely help there. And who knows, maybe Sweat and Wingo can learn a thing or two from Derek Brown and Ashawn Robinson. So they got 2 veterans that they can definitely learn from. Then we took obviously that was a trade that I forced because we don't have that 166 pick anymore. We don't have that 166 anymore. We have the 141 because of the trade with New York. And then we got Michael Barrett and Hayden Hatton, who I said might be a hidden gem. We might have found a hidden gem. So overall, I like this. Now, let's do a new mock draft. And this time, I'm not even going to pick a team. Oh, well, does it force me to pick a team? Can I do a mock draft where it doesn't make me pick a team? You know what? What I'll do is I'm just going to pick a random ass team. I'm just going to pick the Browns because they don't have a lot of draft picks. So we'll just pick the best player available for them. And we'll make this a quick one. Because I want to see what Carolina does. Through PFF real quick. Just randomly. With Carolina. I'm hoping I'll be able to go back. All right, now I'm going to have to pause it once we get to 240. Let's see what they did in Carolina. All right. So they took Chop. So they took Chop in the second round. Wow, they took 2 edge rushers. PFF had us pick. They took 2 edge rushers here. They went Chop and Chris Broswell. I mean, that would be ridiculous, but all right. They took Xavier Legette at 65. They took a defensive lineman at 101. Dylan LeBeau, halfback out of New Hampshire. And then there's no way this is right. There's no way Carolina's picking that. Zakir Franklin out of Ole Miss. There ain't no way. All right, hold on. Okay. Let's just go. Let's go public. Let's go all public. Let's see what they pick that way. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I'll go back to the board. All right, now we'll do it this way. 7 round. We'll go public. We'll keep everything the same. Oh, we'll do the same thing again here. Fast. Enter draft. Start draft. Let's see what they do. I'm just going to pick the person available. Now, this is all public. This is off of public. So these are all what the public thinks, I guess, that Carolina's going to go with when we look at what they're picking here off the PFF board. And then we'll do the PFF. We'll do all PFF board. And then that way we'll see. Because that middle one for between public and PFF had us picking like 2 edge rushers in the second round, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. All right, let's stop there. Let's stop there. Okay. So Darius Robinson, they took at 33. They took Ladd at 39. This is off of this. Now, remember the settings, you either have public, PFF, or you have it right in the middle between public and PFF. So they got us taking Ladd there. They took Christian Haynes round 3. Then they had us taking Mason McCormick, round 4 at 101. Then at 142, Christian Boyd. And then 166, Bo Braid. And at the last pick, we got Darius Musau. All right, let's go back. So that was all public. Let's go be at off straight up PFF board. We'll keep it the same. Let's see who they pick for Panthers again. All right, ready, go. All right, again, I'm just picking the best players available for the Browns. Since I can't just do a random ass mock draft. Oh, I know, Stacy, but I can't. I'm trying to see what PFF is actually picking for us. I can't force that trade since I'm not using the Panthers because I want to see what the computer is picking, like what the simulator is actually picking. I understand that we have the 142 and the 141, but since I didn't pick the Panthers, I can't force that trade. So unfortunately, I'm just seeing what they are picking, at least for the first 3 rounds. And the 4th round, I kind of want to see. So that's the only reason why we're doing it this way. Because I just want to see what they're picking. All right, let's go back since I'm not picking for them. So, okay, so in this one, because we're going off the PFF board. Because we did the middle in between public and PFF. Then we did all public. Now we're just doing all PFF. We're doing straight what PFF probably would pick. So Chris Roswell at 33. Jordan Morgan at 39. Okay. So PFF thinks we're going to take a left tackle because we don't trust him. Junior Colson at 65. Dwayne Carter at 101. Logan Lee at 142. Talon Holker at 166, even though that's not going to be our pick. Who did we pick at 240? Curtis Jacobs. I mean, that makes the PFF side is not very good. What a surprise. What a surprise. All right. Well, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to hit up the gym. Doesn't look like there's any other news out there as of right now. There's still some guys out there that we could target. Even though if it's not Clowney or not, that you got Al Kello, Witherspoon, a corner that we could get. There's also Logan Thomas, tight end. You could get if you want to add a tight end. Mike Dana, that's an edge rusher. Maybe we could target. There's also Isaiah Yedam is a corner we could get. I know we're meeting with Jordan Fuller today. So there are still some possible targets out there for the Panthers that they could definitely look into getting. As of right now, we don't know anything about the Jordan Fuller situation. We don't know about the Clowney situation. We don't know about the Chase Young situation. Like T. Thompson said, make a video on the Idaho kid. Yeah, I'll do my research on him. I'm gonna see if I can get some more highlight tape on him, and I'll put a video out on him. And then yeah, I mean, a lot of good discussions today, guys. I really appreciate the chat today. Be Good was it killing it with his takes. Everybody was in here. Have Marcos, Stacy's in the chat, Zach. I mean, everybody was debating it up today, so I love it. I love the debate. Let's embrace the debate. That's why it's in there today. So shout out to you guys. And appreciate everyone that joined the live stream. We're clapping it up for you guys. We're growing over here. The Discord's already got 5-6 new members already in there. So if you want to become a member in the Discord, all you have to do is click the link and it takes you right to it. It's free. It's not, you don't have to pay for anything. You just have to download Discord. It's a great way to chat it up. I'll make some more chats in there. Again, if there's any late breaking news, I'll try to go live and we'll talk about it. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna hop off of here. I'm gonna go get ready to go to the gym. I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you are on Twitter, come on over to the YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. There's 165 of you guys over there watching, which is insane. So make sure you come over to the Twitter or the YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. That definitely helps me out and goes a long way. A lot of good discussion today. A lot of good questions. A lot of good debate. A lot of news. So I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. As always, guys, y'all know what to do. Keep pounding. Peace.